Welcome. This is the Between Brothers podcast, where we give you real talk, authentic takes, and laughs on sports, pop culture, and life. I'm your host, Lando, with my big brother, Zero. Catch us up, Zero. How's everything
Everything's been all right. So I missed a meeting on Wednesday. So they said they had some big news. Um, I had to call my coworker to find out what the big news was, and they said the entire branch, yeah, the entire Virginia Beach branch got a $2.50 raise, and so we're so everybody was like super ecstatic when they found out.
been? Man, that's a big raise, man. Let me hold 1530.
At 15.30.
Yeah, that's all I need, man.
What is the 30 cents your broker fee? Like
What I need.
yeah, so and they said they split us up into teams. I was like, I don't know what the team is. It's like either way, either way it is what it is for me. Um so yeah, yeah, nothing really to report too much except for like, well, I also missed moving to the new office because the meeting was at the new office.
Mm,
Yeah, it was off Cleveland Street. Yeah,
okay.
so it's right. So it's by the Top Golf. So so yeah. Yeah, other than that, it's like everything's been pretty normal, to say the least.
That's what's up. So took Cocoa Puff to a private school um, because the state of Virginia said we make too much money to get her into preschool. So, yeah, I don't understand that. So, first of all, who told y'all I make that much money? That's what we need to get out the way. who told who told y'all that the Between Brothers podcast pays me a salary that is so high? No, I'm joking, but at the end of the day, I'm like, I don't know where this so and because also Cocoa Puff was born after October, she has to like be postponed a year at that. So so those are two obstacles that we had to overcome. And it's like, she's pretty much like at kindergarten level when it comes to what she needs to know. And in all honesty, with how I've been working with her, she's probably going to be at first, second grade level by the time school starts in the next month and a half, 2 months. So it's like, so then for her to wait another year before she gets into school, if that was the case or if that is the case, I mean, she gonna be too far ahead. And Virginia doesn't skip grades. So it's like,
It's so freaking stupid.
you know what I'm saying? So it's just like they'll probably put her in a gifted program, but that's about it. So it's like, all right, like something's got to give. So private school might be the way to go. I'm like, man, surprisingly though, doing the math, private school is cheaper than daycare, which is completely asinine in my opinion. Every private school I looked at, cheaper than daycare. So we just got to kind of work out the transportation because the school isn't in Virginia, is in the city that we live in. So it's like, um, so we got to figure that out and navigate that. But outside of that, it's most likely we're going to go ahead and do that. Make that transition there. So I don't like it. I'm like, because the private school we went to was $400 a month for all four of us when
Wait,
we
come.
lived in New York. And this is going to be $400 a month for just Cocoa Puff for half the day. So it's like this inflationary dictatorship that we live in is absolutely. I'm not saying we live like America's a dictatorship. I'm talking about the money is a dictatorship. So it's like, man, it's tough to get a kid some education. Link is the only child we've had that has gone to preschool because the private school is going to put Cocoa Puff right in kindergarten. So she's going to be a 4-year-old kindergarten
Hmm.
instead of a 4-year-old preschooler because they were like, well, she's close enough to the age where she can, but technically she's not supposed. She's a year. She's in public school. She'd be a year ahead. So she'd be in pre-K. Her at her age bracket, she should be in pre-K, but they're gonna put her straight to kindergarten. So yeah, man, we're gonna look into that. But I mean, I'm like 90% sure she's gonna go to the school in the fall. So we'll see. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, outside of that, not too much happened. Did some yard work. We I cleared out the whole or pretty much the whole backyard and then spent most of my afternoon smashing rocks. Hurt my thumb because I try to do it a different way, except for, you should probably use the hammer the way a hammer is supposed to be used. But I was like, no, if I do it this way, it's probably going to be more efficient. And the only thing it was efficiently doing was hurting me. So,
Efficient at injuring yourself.
so
He's like, kids, that ain't the way.
yeah, ain't the way, ain't the way at all. But yeah, so I went to in-laws' house. They asked me to put up a light, porch light. So I am up there putting up the porch light because the my father-in-law, he doesn't like dealing with electrical stuff. So I'm putting up the stuff, and he's like, "Hey man, like you skinnier than me," which I'm not. But as far as like, um, I guess the way that I am built, uh, like for me to, I don't have to, like I don't have a lot of, like I got to be very heavy to have a lot of stomach. Like I'm fairly boxy build. So it all kind of lines up together. So he was like, so because he noticed I don't have as much stomach as I've had in the past, he's like, man, like you about to, you skinnier than me, and so it was cool to know or to see because nobody has mentioned it as far as like losing weight and things of that nature. Nobody's been like, oh man, like I noticed that you have been losing all the weight. At least outside the gym, a couple of people at the gym who've been seeing me do work, but no, at least specifically in her family, nobody has mentioned anything to me. So, um, matter of fact, her brother's girlfriend. Well, this is a while back, but she is asking me if I wanted some cake. I was like, no. And she was like, oh, well, you look like somebody who eats cake, which I'm like, I don't even know what that means. Like, if you just trying to call me fat nicely.
You look like somebody that eat a
I'm,
lot of
I
sweets.
mean, I do eat sweets. Don't get me wrong. I'm a master baker, not baker. Anyway, so so I can put some things together in the kitchen, but I'm like, I'm not a cake guy. I haven't been a cake guy since our mother passed away. So I'm like, I haven't eaten cake in years. What do you mean? I look like somebody. What does that person look like? Just overweight? Is that what the thing? Is that how the thing goes? That's the look. That's the cake look. That's the cake jockey. You look like a cake jockey.
I swear to God, I hate when people say that. When people say that shit, it's like you don't look like you would do. You don't look like you would um insert thing here, or you look like you would insert thing here. It's like I'm just wondering. I had that happen to me playing basketball. It was like shout out to Will. His girlfriend at the time was like, "You don't look like you play basketball." You want to know why I didn't look like I would play basketball?
Because you was wearing a sleeve.
No, because everybody in the house was talking smack and I wasn't saying anything. So
What
I
is that?
didn't
What's that got to do with looking? What's that got to do with your look?
exactly. Like it's like yo, like where are we going with this? She's like, you look like you would. You look like you're like an anime guy. I was like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what?
I still hate anime people. I
Yeah,
still hate y'all. Anyways, so yeah, man, it was good to get some for somebody. And then another when I was at the gym, another lady had approached me and she was like, hey, how often do you work your legs out? I was like, well, it's 2 leg days in the total body, so I guess 3 times. She was like, I asked that because you're the only guy I see in here who works his legs out. And I was like, really? She was like, yeah. I was like, I know some people, other people do. She was like, if they do, they don't do it like you do it. She was like, yeah, it was an older lady. She was like you, I see you grabbing dumbbells, doing lunges, different types of lunges, different types of squats, doing step ups.
I've been
She's like,
watching you.
huh?
He's like, I've been watching you. You've been
Yeah, I mean,
squatting.
I'm in there every day, so it's hard to not see me, you know. So, but like I mean, so she was just like I've seen you like really, like specifically. She was like I'm not here every day, but every time I see you, you're working your legs out in some way, shape, or form. Which I mean, technically, I guess like it's 2 leg days in the total body, two upper body days in the total body, at least right now. So I guess I work upper body and lower body both 3 days a week. But I'm like, yeah, no, I hate. She was like, you must really love leg day. No, I despise it. I hate it with a passion. I hate coming here with a passion. I hate exercising with a passion.
But the work got to get done though.
It takes what it takes, man.
Hmm.
So, yeah, let's get to these topics. Let's start with I'm sorry. All right. So WNBA All Star Weekend's coming up, and the basketball world has been in a well had been in a frenzy because the women basketball players had voted Caitlin Clark as the ninth best guard, ninth best guard in basketball, and the media was like going crazy,
Mm.
saying it was all about hate. And they don't like her and this and the other. I noticed it first from Robert Griffin III. And I'm like, this dude is, so I commented on his post. I was like, bro, you committed your life to defending Caitlin Clark at every turn. There are other players in the WNBA. I was like, stop acting like you watched the game. Just admit that you were staying for Caitlin Clark. Because this is exactly what it is. Because somebody else had reached, he didn't respond to me. He responded to somebody else and was like, if you think that she's not, if you think she's the ninth best guard in basketball, you're being um like kind of like disingenuous. So the guy that that response was, hey, the guy said, hey, she really hasn't played much basketball this year, and all her numbers are down. So where would you rank her? And he's just like, not ninth. So what that reminded me of was a while ago, this guy who was in our podcast group on Facebook, he got mad at me, so he left. Um, he mentioned we were doing a top 5 small forwards of all time, and I was like, and I said, Katie might not be a top 5. Now the podcast rule, I don't know if any other podcast or any other thing has this rule, but our rule since we were young, since we were doing rankings in high school, was you can't say a guy is not top 5 or top whatever if you have to question it. It's like, hey, I'm trying to think. Damian Lillard is not a top 5 player in the NBA.
Mm.
You can't get to 4 and then the guy that you put 5th, you can make a case that Damian Lillard is better than. That's been our rule for 20 years. So the guy was like, so we King Sean had ranked who he would think would be the top 5, and I think KD was 4th. And so I agreed with his list,
Mm.
surprisingly. So this guy's like, I can't believe y'all this and the other about KD. And we were like, well, where would you put KD? Well, at least 3rd. He was 4th. Like,
One
what
spot.
he raised this whole argument over one spot. So like that's what those vibes gave me. Well, yeah, it's justifiably so that she like, and I'm not even saying that she was the ninth best guard. But what I'm saying is, where would you rank her based off of what she's done this season? Because what she's done this season, she had 2 very explosive games, and that's it. She's been horrible on the road, excellent at home. Her production is halved on the road. Half. She goes from 23 points per game to 11 points per game on the same amount of shots. Production is halved. That's not elite. That's not top 2 or 3 guard play. It's not elite guard play. So where would you rank her? And Dick Vitale also had a rant. And Colin Cowherd also had a rant. I know those are the only ones I saw. And everybody goes to hate. But here's the thing about Caitlin Clark. Caitlin Clark is a very audible trash talker. And they're like, oh, people think that they don't like her because she's good. You know how many other great offensive WNBA basketball players have come out of college and they've never gotten the heat that Caitlin Clark has gotten on the defensive end as far as the physicality of the game? Because she runs her mouth. Not saying the others don't talk, but she is more it feels like she's more disrespectful about it. And why? And it goes back to even college when the one girl from South Carolina has the ball and she just waves her off and don't even guard her. Like she does that very condescending type of trash talk. So it's like, no, yeah, people are not gonna like you for that, and they're gonna go at you for that. Basketball is a game that can get physical.
Mm-hmm.
Matter of fact, you see more fights in basketball, at least like backyard football, you'll see way less fights than pickup basketball. Don't know why that is. Maybe because you can exact revenge physically a lot quicker in football. I don't know. But like,
It is in the confines of the rules.
yeah, you know what I'm saying? So like, I don't know what that's about, but like, I don't know, I don't know why everybody's like, oh, they're just hating on her. And then they're like, nobody has mentioned how she's played this year. They're all mentioning what she's done for the game as far as putting behinds in seats. The, these are the women who guard her every day. These are the now. Don't get me wrong. That don't mean that these people are being genuine in their rankings, but some of them might think like, okay, if you take the three ball away, she's really not much. So I don't know that to be true. Um, I've seen a few Fever games. I think like people as far as male equivalents, people compared her to Steph Curry. I think she's probably a little closer to. I think Trey Young is a disservice to Trey Young because I think Trey Young as a talent is better than her as well as far as like things he can do. I can't really think of Trey Young probably the closest thing that most people would recognize, but because he can shoot from deep and she's a passer. She has a high usage rate, so she gets a lot of assists. But I'm like, but she turns the ball over. I think she leads the league in negative plays.
But she put
And
butts in seats.
say it again.
But she puts butts in seats.
Exactly, because everybody wants to see the show. And she puts on a great show. But at some point, the show got to start winning. The shimmying that Steph used to do, if they weren't winning championships, people would have got tired of it fast. So, and it's not easy to win a championship, but I don't know what else to like. I feel like, and then my biggest issue is Caitlin Clark is having a rough season so far. Injuries, not playing well on the road. She's having a rough season. On the other hand, somebody who started the season pretty poorly, and we criticize her for it, Angel Reese, her rival, over the last 3 weeks, 2 weeks, has been playing excellent basketball. Nobody's talking about it. People was talking about me bounds. She, if you took somebody did rankings. If you took away all of her offensive rebounds, no, she's leading the league in rebounds. If you took away all the rebounds that she of her own rebounds, off her own shots, she'd be second in the league in rebounds. If you took all her offensive rebounds away, she'd be third in the league in rebounds. No, what I mean by that is it's Angel Reese, Angel Reese, Angel Reese. If you took that away, she'd only be behind Angel Reese. Then there's somebody else at fourth, and then there was some other stat. If you took away something else, she would be fifth. She's the best rebounder in the game. Now, when she shoots, it looks every time like she's throwing up a prayer. When she has to finish through traffic.
Mm.
So I don't know. She needs to work on that. because she definitely wasn't playing like that in high school and college. But she's averaging 20 and 17 over the last month, I think, or 2 weeks. All the haters need to start being like, hey, maybe I was wrong. And this is why that girl has won in every level and the other girl hasn't. Zero, what do you think about the ranking and Caitlin Clark and the pole riding that these men are doing?
It's starting to get annoying with the pole riding. It's like I get it. You you're a fan. You're a fan of Caitlin Clark. But we gotta understand. Like we gotta use logic here. If it's if it's based off of if it's based off of what's going on right now on the court, the ranking is justified. But nobody's thinking about that because they all, like you said, they all keep on going to hate. It's you got to find a way to make it. You got to find a way to paint her as a victim in this situation, right? So, um, so my thing is, I'm it's like due to what she's done and the limited number of games that she's played, the ranking's justified. But at the same time, she was still voted the one of the captains for yeah, she was voted yeah, her and I forgot who it was. Oh, it was Collier. They're voted captains. So does it so it was like at the end of the day, it didn't matter what the players voted. She still voted a captain. So why is everybody in such an uproar about this? RG3, it just sounds to me like all he's doing is just I don't know if it's a reach. All it seems to me is that he's justifying what Ryan Clark thought about him because it comes to Caitlin Clark, you feel like he got thrown that cape to come to her rescue. But when it comes to like how folks have been talking about Angel Reese and like you don't hear a word out of him. But as soon as Caitlin Clark pop up, as soon as they talk about Detective Stabler, oh here you come. All right, it's like all right, that's what you're doing. You, you're it's like you not you can be a fan. I understand you can be a fan, but you gotta be like with you being biased. Clearly,
Yeah.
it's like you have like there's no reason for you to have to come to this chick's rescue. Like you said, I don't think he need to come to Angel Reese's quote unquote rescue either. But you got to keep. But you can't be standing on the table for one and then turn a blind eye to the other.
And the other who's actually been winning, and you remember I had said, like, the whole Caitlin Clark, Angel Reese thing, and I'm like, Angel Reese just need to focus on playing well, playing the versatile player, being the maybe not Draymond Green as far as um, all around skill defensively, things of that nature. And ever since then, I think there was like one other game where she was like really poor defensively. But and I'm not saying because I'm sure she never watched our podcast, but like ever since then, she's been very good defensively, and she's been attacking the boards, and she's been scoring more efficiently. So it's like, is she gonna have? And but of course, the haters they're waiting for her to have a bad game, so they can say, "See, we told you she wasn't that good." And it's
Yep.
like, yeah, because everybody's had a bad game. Everybody's had several bad games, actually. That doesn't matter. It's what you do over the course of a season. And now there people are saying like because the Fever, I think they're on a win streak without Caitlin Clark. They're like, oh, the team actually looks significantly better without her.
Mm.
Do I believe the team is better without her? Not necessarily, not in particular. I think that they're probably a little easier to defend because they know who's getting the ball. But I mean, that's any team with a superstar scorer. Now it's her job. Now, but somebody had put up that she was the best passer in basketball just because she led the league in assists. She also leads the league in turnovers
But you know, but
per
we
game. I
already
don't know about total, but
no,
like,
we already know why. You already know when it comes to, even though the fact is sitting right there in front of your face, you're a hater for bringing it up.
and then it's like, and then I'm like, you don't watch the games. They're like, oh no, I watch her play. You're the one who doesn't watch her. Well, you wouldn't believe that she's the best passer in basketball because she has three really bad turnovers. Of her five, almost six turnovers per game, I think it's 5.8. Three of them are just usually really bad passes. Her forcing. That's not elite passing. So what are you talking about? You don't watch it, and I'm not going to be surprisingly. I've watched more WNBA games than I did NBA games last season. That's never happened. I don't know what's going on, but I don't get why. And then you always see the complexion of the people who go so hard to defend her.
Hmm.
I've said this. Shout to the guy Dante's Boxing Nation. I got it from him. When you have the complexion for the protection. Not saying she's not good. She's still one of the great players in the WNBA. But this ain't a Caucasian thing. Kelsey Plum is hooping this year. Nobody's hating on her. Paige Bucher is hooping. Nobody's hating on her. Caitlin Clark has a personality that people don't like. She talks trash. She backs it up. But people don't like her because Draymond Green talks trash.
Yeah.
People don't hate him. Then there's Dylan Brooks who talks trash, and everybody hates him.
Oh my goodness. He's
She
public
might
enemy number
be a
one.
Dylan Brooks level of disrespectful on the court, and that's why people don't like her.
Mm-mm. But because of I really believe it's because of where she's from, and like you said, complexion of for the protection. I think it's like that's number one. It's like when she when you see her like you said being disrespect, like the level of disrespect when you see her play when she's talking trash. What exactly do you expect at this point? You really think people are gonna be like, oh yeah, she's like she's a great person. He's like, you know what? Like no, like let's get it. Let's get that. It's like let's get that out of our system. Like yeah, she was rookie of the year last year. She's a feel good story when she was in college because she took a team that had no business being there to
Mm.
two straight national championship games, and folks are trying to label her the greatest. Folks are trying to throw that out. I think people are trying to throw that label on her, saying that she was like the one of, if
Mm.
not the
No,
greatest,
the greatest. Yeah,
without winning a
the other.
championship. All right.
Yeah. So one last thing I'm gonna say about this. I was speaking to this lady, older lady. She was on the phone, and she was like, "Yo, I need to watch WNBA. I just love Caitlin Clark, this and the other." And I remember, and I told her, "I was like, yeah, Caitlin Clark is fantastic." I was like, "But look, if you want to watch for somebody, there's a girl. She coming into the league. Her name is Paige Beckers. or I said Buchers. ESPN said called her Buchers. But then Zero told me earlier today her name is Beckers, or the correct pronunciation is Beckers. I said Paige Buchers. I said look for her. She's Caitlin Clark, but better. She was like, I can't believe that. The girl's the number one high school player in the country in the same recruiting class. What do you mean? She just won the national championship. What do you mean? But it's this obsession. And I think a lot of it has to do with her looking like a very normal Caucasian girl. Because the other women are, more attractive, things of that nature. And it's like, she's an average looking, middle American white girl. And I
The
think that's
Mm-hmm.
white
why people, and she's great at what she does. And people root for her for that. I honestly think that's what it is. I think it's partially to do with basketball, but mostly due to she's she's a regular girl.
Yeah, because I'm on Basketball Reference and I'm looking at her picture. It's like
Yeah.
it's like even in her picture, she don't look like she has charisma.
Yeah. And then even when you watch commercials, it's like, why did you put her on TV? Like she doesn't have a lot of like you said, a lot of charisma, a lot of personality. Like that's not I understand like the fans love her, but it's not, she's not a very marketable person. And it's it's I don't know. No, I don't know because I'm about to say maybe it's not the looks thing, but maybe part of it is because I can't think of any of the WNBA superstar players that were fairly average looking that everybody loved outside of maybe Lisa Leslie
Mm.
and yeah, because Brittany Griner never became a superstar. She never became face of the league. But you can't have the WNBA having an NBA player, an NBA looking player as a face of their league. I remember I saw her on Instagram with no shirt on,
Mm.
and somebody was like, "Why isn't this getting flat?" She was so flat chested. People were like, "Y'all know that's a woman, right? With no shirt on. Those are breasts that she's showing."
You sure?
Instagram didn't know. Instagram couldn't tell. But yeah, she was like literally on Instagram, no shirt on. And people in the comment section was like, what is that? So even women were like, look, nah, those, because if I put my A cups out, y'all would flag me and shut my whole thing
What's it
down.
called? There's actually got to be a cup there.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, this ain't
Um,
a cup. This is like this is zero gravity.
but let's move on to uh the NBA free agency. Oh shoot, we were supposed to do a list and I forgot all about it.
I couldn't think of anybody besides the three that I did.
I forgot all about it. We'll do it another time because I completely forgot all about it. But yeah, NBA free agency. There was a 17 trade. Apparently, it don't matter when you trade, as long as there's something involved with something. It's a 34 team trade. Because I don't even know how this is Kevin Durant got traded like a week ago, and somehow this is a 17 trade. I don't know how these things work. I don't know. Anybody who's smarter than me in basketball, explain to me how is this a multiple 17 trade when it's like separate trades happening within this trade. But I'm like, but because what's it called? Dallas, Lakers, Utah.
Mhm.
Even though all the moves happened on the same day, it was like every time I've seen 3-team trades in the past, it's like, hey, you guys get something from us, we'll
Mm.
get something from them, they'll get something from you. Like everybody, somebody
But
gets something from everybody. But that
when it
trade,
came to that trade,
no, like it was Danny Ainge got something and sent something, but he had no idea about what was going on with on the other side. And he
yeah,
was like, he wouldn't have done the trade if he would have known about the Lakers being involved. So I'm like, I don't. So I didn't understand that, but I'm like, this is a week later. How is this a 17 trade? This is a week late. I might be exaggerating a week later, but like
nah,
this is this.
because what's it called?
No, when did the NBA season end? About 2 weeks ago.
I think so. Yeah, he got traded the day of the he got traded on the day of Game 7.
The day of Game 7. Yes, so this is too. This should not be. This should not be called a 17 trade. That was 2 weeks ago. We've moved on. Then it's
And
like Kevin Durant was involved in the 17 trade. Did he get traded again? Nah, he's still on the same team. It's just some other people just came in and made some other trades that might be slightly connected to Kevin Durant. So we just gonna throw them all in together. First 17 trade in NBA history. This is not historic.
because I swear to God that Clint Capella got signed in free agency, not that he got traded. No, it's like they
He
say he
got
got
signed
signed.
to get traded. So I guess it was a signing trade. But I'm like, but what does this got to do with Kevin Durant? Like, wasn't that deal done?
Yes, it was done. It's like the Rockets got what they wanted. The Rockets got what they wanted. The Suns got what they wanted. And that was the end of that shit because what's it called? We didn't even get to the draft. So then we didn't even get the free agent. Yes, it was like it happened on Sunday, and then the draft happened on Wednesday, and then I think this week was yeah, I think it was this past Monday was when free agency started. It, it ain't no 17 trade. Like bottom line, it's not a 17 trade. It's like you niggas are trading y'all. It's like y'all are trading with them. And they're trading with them. It's like all this is happening afterwards. Like cut it out.
Yeah, I don't understand how this. And I was looking at the details, and I still didn't really understand how this all connected to like the first portion of the trade, which was Kevin Durant getting to Houston. Like I just didn't understand. I guess because Houston was involved in another trade.
Yeah, the Clint Capella situation.
So I'm
But
like,
still,
but what did that have to do with Durant?
nothing. Had nothing to do with Durant. It's like, and I'm still wondering about this because did the 16 trade that they were talking about from last year involve the same type of thing, or was every team involved in it at one time? Not not what's it called? Yo, we're trading for Durant. The Phoenix and the Rockets are trading, but he's like, we'll wait 2 to 3 business days before we trade with y'all. It's like none of that shit makes any sort of sense.
Yeah, I'm wondering if it's like, okay, like the deal is like pending,
Mm-hmm.
but due to contracts, salaries, physicals, things of that nature, it's
Mm-hmm.
not official, and that's why it took so long, and it took so many additional moves to make the trade. I don't know. I don't. We need Shane. I'm gonna hit Shams up. Be
It's
like,
like
hey,
explain this.
can we only got 12 YouTube subscribers? Could you jump on our show
It's like yo,
and explain this to us if you got time? If you got time. Uh,
because
but
there were
yeah,
folks that
again,
were on Bleacher Reporters.
people who are no who are significantly more involved in basketball front office stuff than we are might just be able to explain it better. I
Yeah,
haven't
because there.
seen anybody um on any social media explain this. So I guess Monday will be the day that somebody makes a video.
Yeah,
But
because
yeah,
what's it called? Because there on Bleacher Report there was a guy that was trying to explain it, and the only thing he got were insults. It's like who the hell is this guy? It was like, who the hell is this guy? It was like, why the hell is he talking about basketball? He was like, I know he ain't played basketball a day in his life. Get him the fuck out of here. It's like y'all are so angry about him reporting this shit. Only one person said something. Only one person that I saw in those comments said something about the trade. It was like, yo, it was like, yeah, oh, it's like this is not a seven. This is not a 7-team trade. They're just folks just insulting. It was like, yo, why is his voice really make me? Why does his voice really make me this angry? He needs to shut up.
Yeah, I'm gonna listen. I haven't really been listening to other sportscasters lately, mainly because they're like I'm just upset. I don't want to. I promise y'all, I don't care about being famous. I just want money, and I don't like that these guys get money to be wrong all the time, and we right almost all the time, and we ain't getting paid anything close to what they making. That's my only thing. I'm like, look, if you're gonna be on TV and be wrong with these hot takes, these idiotic hot takes, I can give y'all hot takes that actually come true. I promise y'all.
Say,
I promise y'all I can.
like, what's it called?
Um,
Shoot, we should have a compilation where we were right on hot takes.
bruh, man, we got so many episodes though. That's tough. And I'm not saying like we would have to go through every episode and
Yeah.
pull something, and yeah, that's tough. That's
Like
tough.
the only hot take that I'm proud of was the Minnesota Viking one.
Yeah, yeah, that was insane. I'll never.
I can't. I can't even make up more than 4 wins for them,
I
and
couldn't.
one win away from
And they
winning the
freaking
division.
started 4-0.
One win away from winning the division.
Unbelievable.
Yeah, but
Four,
and
they couldn't find 4 wins. They got 14. I was like, you know what, coach? I got to give it a coaching. Coaching is real. I will. This season, this I've never factored coaching in. Never factored coaching in, except Mike Tomlin.
Mhm.
Never factored in. I'm like, yo, based off of your talent, coaching, I might give you an extra win because you're a great coach. Based off of the talent of your roster, I'll give you an extra. If it's a not very talented roster, like the Vikings had looked on paper, I'm not giving you extra wins.
Mhm.
But yeah, that 10 extra wins, that's insane.
Yeah, but what's it called? Yeah, I'm. It's just, but I, I'm with you. I need to find out how the hell does this qualify as a 7-team trade? Is like, is like how much longer is this going to? Because what if an eighth team wants to pop in and be like, "Hey, man,
Yeah, like is the deal done now? Like I don't.
it's like I want to. It's like I got 10 second round picks that I can give up until 2042. It was like it was like, are you trying to do that? It was like he's like, I want in on this deal. So give us Dylan Brooks. Say Brooklyn, give us the somebody from the D League. Um Phoenix, maybe Bradley Beal. I know you're trying to get that off your books. It's like, hey, it's like let's do it. Let's make even more history. I got second round picks for everybody.
Yeah.
Cause that's the thing now. Trading away 17 million second round picks.
Um. So yeah, summer league started. So we usually pick at the beginning of the season like who we think would be like rookie of the year, or whatever, and the awards, and we try to
Hmm.
predict that. I'm going to say it again in October. I'm saying right now because I ended up watching the draft on NBA TV. I didn't watch it live. I ended up watching it on NBA TV. And I saw VJ Edgecombe. I saw like his story, and I was like, okay, kid from the Caribbean, like our parents are from. I'm rooting for him. Then he comes out his debut and drops 28, 28 and 11, I think.
28 and 10.
28 and 10, and was just amazing. And he was so grateful just to get into the league. Then you had Ace Bailey, and I'm
He
rooting
got 8.
against him hard. Try to dictate everything in the draft, was completely ungrateful. And I'm not saying like you got, yeah, actually I am. I am. I am. I don't even, I'm not. I'm not about to be PC. I've never been good at it. He should be grateful, and it's like, oh well, his talent got him into the league, 100%. That's why you should be grateful, because your talent got you there. But your talent will take you places, and your character can't keep you.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not saying like just because he had a bad game, this is what like a bad. I mean, something it's summer league, whatever. But the fact that there was all these rumors going around about how he didn't want to be in Utah and things of that nature, and then I'm rooting against this dude hard because you just changed your family's life generationally, and you over here or like you're about to, and you over here complain about where you gonna play. You do not you it is like think about it like the military. It's a 4 year stint. You can go wherever you can leave the military, stay in the military, whatever. It's a 4 year stint where you making millions of dollars while this other kid is crying like, man, I'm just glad I'm here. I'm the fact that I saw both of you never see that in the draft. You usually see a lot more VJs than Ace Baileys.
Mm-hmm.
The fact that I saw both of that in the same draft, I'm rooting hard against Ace Bailey. Hard. I don't ever want you to be good. I want this to be your only contract. I want you to be on that Rashad McCants deal. Because you should have been you should just be grateful. Like this ain't because of you. That's God that gave you those gifts, not you. So what you mean? I don't want to go here. I don't want to go there. I want to play here. Shut up. Shut up and play. Show the world that you as good as they think you are.
Because there's a million other guys that would give up everything to be in the position that you're in right now.
Everything.
And
Everything.
you worry about location.
But let's um let's go to this Diddy trial. Diddy virtually beat the Rico case. He got 2 counts of trafficking, which is a maximum sentence of 10 years apiece. He has almost no criminal history. So they're expecting that he might do under 5 years.
Mm.
Um, but I didn't follow the case very closely. I'm not gonna act like I did. The weird stuff that Diddy was into, the homoerotic stuff that he was into, that was too much for me. I couldn't hear no more. But when I heard a little more about the case, I'm like, I remember attorney Busby was like, there's so many celebrities involved in this, and they're gonna start putting some stuff out there. And you never heard another celebrity's name. There was a random rumor that Meek Mill and P. Diddy was um doing things with Will Smith, and both of them vehemently denied it. But you know how the internet is. That it's the internet. People will believe a lie from no proof, but will need all the proof in the world to believe the truth. I was like, and so even the whole like Jay-Z thing, they're like, oh yeah, they used to hang out together. So they Jay-Z definitely did something to a little girl, whatever. And I'm listening to like stuff that was coming out of the case, and it seemed to only be about Cassie. And I'm like, the more that went on, I was like, I don't think Diddy's gonna be found guilty. Cause I'm like, this is a Rico. Why is the only witnesses involved or only talking about his interactions with Cassie, not his interactions with anybody else? And they supposedly had all this evidence from cameras in his house and everything like that, and they didn't have nobody on there. I'm like, I'm waiting for the bomb to drop, and then I was like, oh, he's going home. Actually, to be honest, I thought he was going to be found not guilty on everything. Reason being because the defense got up there and said, virtually got up there and said, y'all good? Y'all heard everything you need to do? Yeah, we rest. They rested. They had 30 minutes. I'm trying to find out what they did in the 30 minutes because they didn't call nobody to the stand. They said they called no witnesses. So what did it take 30 minutes to do? And they just was like, yeah, jury, you heard everything? All right, you heard everything? And they based an entire RICO case on just the testimony of Cassie. And they had arson, kidnapping, coercion, which, again, I think P. Diddy is a nefarious nigga. Like I said it on this podcast. We saw him be a power tripping, power hungry weirdo on making the band. So I'm not gonna act like the dude's not innocent in my eyes, but he's not guilty. There's a difference, and they base this all on one person, and this is supposed to be a RICO. You're supposed to have piles and piles. RICO cases used to have like a 99% rate. Now every RICO I'm hearing about, they're falling apart. I'm like,
Well, the
who are these prosecutors? And does it make you look good that you going after these celebrities just to fall flat on your face?
well the Wyatt the Wyatt the Young Thug one was unique because it wasn't a federal the federal government wasn't conducting that. It was the state government. Yeah, it was a state RICO, not a federal RICO. So that's why that case fell apart because they weren't prepared for anything.
I don't know why would you bring charges against somebody if you're not prepared. And it's the same thing with the Diddy thing. I'm like, yo, where are the other witnesses? Where are all the people that they said that they had? All this evidence that they said that they had.
You know,
The only evidence they had was baby oil.
yo, you want to know what the defense reminds me of? Remember that clip on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire? Where the dude uses his last lifeline to call his father to tell him,
No,
"Hey,
it was his first lifeline. He didn't use any. The whole
oh yeah, yeah, yeah,
yeah.
yeah." He it's like when he said, "Oh, I just called you to tell you I'm going to win $1 million." That's what that
Yo,
shit was. He said, "It was like, look, I just want to tell y'all he ain't you heard what he said. All right, cool. Rest our case."
and the thing is, here's the issue though, which I think is why he ultimately didn't get the RICO, which what they call it, Stockholm syndrome,
Yeah,
where that Cassie could have been dealing with at the time, but when she was like she enjoyed the free calls, so it's like how are you coerced, but you're enjoying it and participating in it and actively participating in it to the point where you're asking for it. But then there's the
setting it up.
yeah, and you're helping set these things up. But then there's the case of like the pimp that gets the prostitute hooked on heroin. So she maybe was a sexaholic to where she felt like she needed these things to get her fix or her what they call it, dopamine fix or whatever. So it could have been that, but because she admitted those things, it put reasonable doubt in the jury. And
Yep.
you, as a prosecutor, beyond all reasonable doubt, anything, she wasn't under arrest. She wasn't under arrest. But it goes both ways. Can and will. Anything you say can and will. And everything she said was used against her in that court of law because it tested her credibility. At the end of the day, she made a lot of money from it. The man's still going to go to prison. So he's still going to pay for his crimes that he did. But the federal government dragged this dude all around, put all his business out there. We heard about this man putting semen on his nipples.
Nefarious nutty nipples.
Nefarious nutty nipples. Those,
That's crazy.
that yeah, like
There's no coming back from that. You can't make a
you
record.
can't even put no record out there. Take that? No, you can't.
Yo, he gonna have to produce over the phone. He's like, yo, I don't want to be in the studio with Diddy.
Bruh. Anybody who working with Diddy, you getting allegations now. And they're gonna be homo allegations. They're not gonna be like, oh, like they don't even care about the free calls. The only freak was him. So anybody who worked with him, they're gonna be accused of nutting on his nipples. Anybody
Yo,
from here on out.
chill.
Anybody from here on out. You have to. You have to. It's a must.
You have to accuse them.
You have to. You have to. Like you can't hear that and then work with him and think that there's no
He's like,
jokes about to be headed your way.
he's like, yo, you work with Diddy? Like, you know what? Before you walk inside here, lift your shirt up real quick.
Yo,
It's like if there's no substance you can walk in.
bro, you can't even work out no more. If they see any kind of sweat, any kind of liquid around your chest, yeah, Diddy got you. Diddy got you. It's all about pearl necklaces. Yo, what if that's his next album?
It's all about pearl necklaces.
Yo, I didn't even know that was a thing until this Jewish dude told me. He was like, pearl neck. He was like, yeah. He was like, yeah. Sometimes I want to give my wife a pearl necklace. I'm like, why don't you just buy one for her? He's like, no. And he explained to me what it was. I was like, that went way over my head from the Boondocks. Way over my head.
Hey, step your jewelry game up. Step your jewelry game up. It's all about pearl necklaces.
but but yeah, I mean, what do you think? What do you think about the trial and all that?
Look, my thing is, like you said, when you got, I think because they have messages and things about Cassie and whoever the other chick was, I think they identified her as Jane or something.
Mm,
When it was like, y'all participated in freak offs, y'all set them up. Like, even the Jane chick, I think in her testimony, she was like, when Diddy was talking to another female and took her out on a trip, she basically was like, look, I'll set one up. You know, we can do what you like as long as you don't as long as you stop talking to this chick. It's like you literally used something that you supposedly didn't want or didn't enjoy as leverage for him to not talk to another woman. Like that was in your fucking testimony. It's like, y'all, the fact it's like the fact that you have all this stuff documented,
Mhm.
it just makes it seem as if, well, what are we on trial for? Like, are we on trial because you want justice, or are we on trial because you hate this nigga, or you just like I don't even know what the other like I wouldn't even know what the other reason would be for, because it's like you participated in this. It says you enjoyed this, and now all of a sudden, you want him to go down. It's like
Mhm.
especially when I don't even know if you can. I don't even know if you can call it blackmail. I'm not too sure how you classify it. When she basically was like, that she would put out the tell all book if he ain't shell out this amount of money.
Who?
Cassie, I don't remember how the
I don't think she asked for money.
because I don't remember how that went. Like if she,
I don't remember her. I remember her threatening. I think, man, it was so long ago. It feels like I remember her saying that she was gonna expose him, but I don't think she asked for money. I think he just paid her
mm,
to not put the book out. And but I don't know. Somebody can
but she
correct me
got
on
paid
that.
plenty because
Yeah, they
the-
supposedly $30 million.
yeah, and what's it called? She's and I think she sued. I think she sued the hotel for putting out that footage too for another 10.
Uh,
Yeah, it's like
I mean, the footage is what made her a victim. So I don't know why
yeah,
she would be upset about that. Like, I don't think anybody would have cared if that footage never came out. Like, in all honesty,
yeah, and it's like
similar to like Ray
it
Rice, like like Ray Rice. If Ray Rice never had a video, he would have never. No one
yeah,
would. He would have never got much backlash over it.
yeah. So my thoughts are like this you you tried and you failed to get this dude to get put away for life. Cause
Yeah.
like you said, cause I don't know if there were any other witnesses besides those two.
I mean, there was like some assistants and things of that nature that
Oh, okay.
witnessed what he did to at least Cassie. There was like a gay guy, I forget his name, but I'm like, this was like when I think of a RICO case, I'm thinking like real players involved in this thing
Yeah.
and how they set everything up. And it's just like,
This is a
nah,
this is a open and shut case.
yeah. And
Cut
it
and
was just
dry.
like, nah, but that wasn't the case in their particular in that particular case. So I don't know. I haven't listened to anything like any hip hop stations, any like Breakfast Club or anything to hear their reactions to it. Um, I
Either.
didn't want to be influenced by anybody's reactions. But I know you had mentioned like what DJ Vlad had mentioned, that she was just as complicit. I'm like, is this guy stupid? Are you stupid? No, I'm not saying he's right or wrong.
Mhm.
I'm just saying like, all right, yeah, that's how it works. Like, I don't know what you're confused. Generally speaking, you get somebody who's involved in it to roll on the head. No pun intended. Specifically speaking about Diddy, Like you to roll on the guy who's running the whole thing, and those people come and testify against that person, and they get immunity or lesser sentences because of that. I don't like you sit there and you talk and you're in this hip hop game and you don't even understand how crime works. Do you not understand that's how every criminal gets put away? Those who are also complicit in it end up testifying against the main guy.
And it's funny because as much as he's being called an informant, that he working with the feds, like you would think that you would know this shit, but
And
whatever.
again, I don't know if she was because it sounded like she participated in it, but it didn't sound like she was setting stuff up like the other, like the Jane Doe. So I don't is Cassie specifically. So I but she did participate in it. So is she complicit in a way? Yes. But why is that the first thing that came to your mind? You sorry sack of scum. I'm trying to not curse as much. I'm like, I hate this guy. I don't like or watch anything that he's on. So I don't really know the guy. I just know that I think he's like an immigrant, like from Eastern Europe. I want to say Russia or something like that. And he came up in the hip hop and came up in the hip hop era, and he does, I guess, some things in the hip hop space. But why was that the way you wanted to go with this? You saw this woman get beat like a drum from another man, and you like, and what you say is, what you should have said is, I shouldn't tell people what they should have said, but in my opinion, your mind should have went to everybody who was victimized in this freak off scenario, this freak off case. I wish them the best and they can move on. The justice system did what they were supposed to do. The and it didn't work out the way that everybody thought it was going to work out, or the people who were victims in this wanted it to work out or thought it was going to work out. But justice has been served. Not this woman was just as complicit. And it's like, yeah, so it's like, and again, we seen like, and you got these people on this free Diddy stuff, similar to the Boondocks episode with R. Kelly. And it's like, all of y'all are sick. What has Diddy done to make you do this? Y'all like vodka that much?
Yo, that's the title. Y'all love vodka that much.
I don't know what music group P. Diddy has put out since 112, or no, Danny Kane, that was good. I don't know anybody who's doing work with Bad Boy. Even Mace was like, but y'all like free Diddy twerking at the courthouse. These celebrities, man, these celebrities are like the celebrity worship that that people have is so insane. It's so insane. I'm like, I can't like another man that much or another female that much. That you're worshiping these people. What in God's name did Sean Combs do for you to make you twerk at a courthouse? when he was found not guilty. Are you trying? Are you auditioning for the freak off? Is that a freak off audition?
He walked by and said, "You ain't my type."
I mean, it would have made more sense if it was R. Kelly who got found and people was at, because R. Kelly's put out so many projects and music and things that I can't think of nothing Diddy's done in 20 years except say he had 15 roaches on his face. And that's that. And really, now I'm thinking that was slang for micro penises.
But he said never again, so that would be a
Oh,
lot.
oh, because that was too many. 15 was too many. 12 might have been his number. No. Who knows?
He's like, hey, who invited him here?
Yeah. Like, oh. What are you doing?
And I
What are you
said,
doing?
never again.
Relax. I told you 12 is the limit. Never again. Never again will I do it both above 12. Micro meats.
Hey, whoa. Who the fuck are they?
Yeah. What do you
and,
mean?
and the first guy was like, look, take another shot of Ciroc, it'll be okay.
Take that, take that.
That's what they said too.
For real. Like I can't think that freaking fish and spaghetti is making y'all love this dude so much.
Yo, he's not the one who said
Oh,
the
he's not.
line.
Oh, I'm trying to think. What was the song? What was it the Biggie tribute? Like, should not make y'all love this dude so much.
Yeah.
One last morning when this life is over. That should not make y'all love this guy that much.
Saying it ain't all about the Benjamins with him.
It should not be about. I mean, I guess that's really what it comes down to. Money talks.
He's like, nah, it was all about the Benjamins because the Benjamins made them Benjamin.
Yo, Benjamin is crazy, yo.
The
That's a
Benjamins made you
bar.
Benjamin.
Yo,
That's so fucking disgusting, yo.
that's nasty work. All right. Anyways, let's wrap this up. This, what's your party shot?
My parting shot is that if you ever get caught up in any sort of case, find Diddy's lawyers because they said nothing.
Winning a case saying nothing is crazy. Winning a case off of just cross examination is
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
maniacal work.
these niggas sit at the table playing Sudoku. he's, he's like, yo, are they finished yet? He said Diddy started going gray because he was like, yo, are y'all not gonna say nothing? Relax, dog. We got this.
Thank God they didn't put him on the stand. That was the best thing. If they would put him on the stand, they would have lost every single charge.
he's like, he's like, can you state your name? Sean Combs. That nigga is guilty.
Guilty. Because I damn sure would have voted. I would have just been like, he need to be on some real junk. I see. That's why I'm glad I've never been called for jury duty because I would have heard a case like that. I would have been one of the people been like, yeah, no, it's gonna be a mistrial or something. I'm not. This ain't gonna be a unanimous decision. I'm not one of those judges. I'm the judge that saw 6 rounds for Canelo Alvarez against Floyd. I'm that judge. Because the reason why I'm saying that is because there's no way I would have heard what happened and been like, you don't deserve to be in prison. You had 15 micro meats on your face.
It was
You
like,
named your boat Never Again. No, that's not what he didn't name it. Did he name the boat Never Again? Where did Never Again come? I mean, I know he said Never Again, but where am I getting that he named the boat Never
no,
Again?
that's what you just made that up that he made a boat called
No,
Never.
oh, when we were talking about the baggage of the luggage, I said he gonna get a boat. I said Never Again.
It was like hop off the helicopter while the door's already closed.
Oh
I've been traveling a
man.
lot lately. Yeah, you took the bus here.
Oh man, how much did he tip that helicopter pilot to take that video? Anyways, um, yeah, I can't believe that, man. I can't believe that. Part of me was kind of hoping that he went to prison just because you had to. Somebody said in open court that you took somebody else's semen off of a woman and spread it on yourself like mayonnaise.
You know what I'm saying? This Miracle Whip ass nigga.
Miracle. That dude said, that dude said, do not hold the mayo. I need that. I need that.
No, he was gonna hold the mayo.
Oh, yeah. Actually, matter of fact, please let me hold it. You don't
Pass
need
that
that
real quick.
much. Pass, pass the porridge.
Is that Grey Poupon?
Yeah.
Bring it here.
Yeah.
Scoop it up with a butter knife.
Oh my. Oh wow. That's mm, my. All right. So my partner shot is my partner shot is I hate RG3. Dude is delusional. He think that he's the best quarterback between Cam Newton, Geno Smith, and himself. I would take him over Geno Smith. Cam Newton took Auburn to a national championship and won. And then took the Carolina Panthers with whatever the heck on offense to the Super Bowl. And then bro said he ran a 4.25.
A couple of
13
months
years past his prime.
or a couple of years ago.
13 years past his prime after reconstruction. Okay. And he's a Caitlin Clark stan. I hate stands of all. Even people I'm fans of. Like my favorite boxer is Terrence Crawford. I
Mm.
don't like Terrence Crawford stands. I hate stands in all way. My favorite NBA player is Giannis. I hate Giannis stands. Just because we both have the same favorite player, don't mean I'm on your side. I'm not. I'm not.
It's like you'll be a little bitch right now.
Yeah, like something wrong with you. You should not love another man like that. Love Jesus like that. Don't love another man like that. Stop it. Stop with the idolatry, dog. I don't like it. I don't like it. And you shouldn't like it that much either. You should not like another person that much that's not related to you.
And even if they were related to you, you shouldn't like them that much.
Some video you sent me for some dude loving on LeBron. Oh, somebody I saw, no, I don't think you sent me a video. Some dude sent a video, or I saw a video, and the dude was talking about LeBron, and he was like, the reason why Jordan was able, he was like Jordan was able to beat Magic or like surpass Magic and Bird because like even though they were only a couple years older than him, they played a lot more games than him. Yeah, because they're a couple years older than him. They came into the league earlier than he did. What are we talking about? It's math. It's math. It's math. When you come into the league in 1980, and then you come in after 4 years of 82 games per season.
Like, come on. Think about it.
Think about it. Think about how many games that is. What's that? 320? 328 games.
And remember,
328 games. What are we talking about?
Jordan only played what, 7 games his rookie is a sophomore year?
Yeah, more game. And I was like, this is probably the worst LeBron love take I've heard in my life. Of course. They were drafted in 79 and 80. He was drafted 4 years after that. What are we talking about? You're stupid. You shouldn't love LeBron that much. That you just saying the most obvious stuff to make a case. Don't love him like that anymore. Don't love nobody like that. If it ain't the Lord, whatever faith you believe in, if it ain't that, if you're not talking about God in the way that you talking about LeBron or whoever your favorite celebrity is, there's something wrong with you. There's something wrong with you. Even if you have no faith, there's something wrong with you. That's my parting shot. Something wrong with y'all niggas who love these celebrities like that, who idolize other humans, who idolize other humans. My favorite boxer of all time is Floyd Mayweather. You'd never see me do that. Not my favorite. My favorite athlete of all time is Floyd Mayweather. You'd never. Slow down. Just say no. Just say no. This has been the Between Brothers podcast, where the talk is always real and the laughs always come free. Thank you so much for joining us. We'll see you later.